It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a showdown in the NFC South. It's the Buccaneers and the Saints, and it's coming up next.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hill. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Always fun to get a peek at Tom Brady as he gets in place to command this offense for Tampa Bay.
Well, we've all seen what Tom Brady can do on a football field for a couple of decades now. But how about his most impressive accomplishment? Moving to a different franchise and taking them to a Super Bowl title as well. Not many players can continually stiff-arm Father Time the way that he has.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
All right, say it with me now. There's a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
Wiley? Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the first carry for Giovanni Bernard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. The LSU man, Leonard Fournette, born right here in New Orleans. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away.
Marquez Callaway deep for New Orleans.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
From the 35 on second down, Hill. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Hill. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Hill now to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
second down, and it's Kamara again.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. Now Hill. Open man is Michael Thomas. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas from 17 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. To throw, it's Brady. And he finds Gronk. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's a give to Fournette. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it.
And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020.
Now Brady throwing on second down. Pass incomplete. Johnson the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and is popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now it's Hill.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Now Hill looking to throw on first. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 43. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7.
A shotgun snap for Hill. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line.
Well, he obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
Hill now operating from the red zone. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Saints are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Kamara diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting the runner across the goal line.
Wants to try to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Touchdown, wants to kick it off.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Brady now on first down. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Shotgun now for Brady. This one complete to Giovanni Bernard. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
In just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Brady now to throw. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Spotlight turning back to Taysom Hill as he trots out with his offense.
They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. On first down, it's Hill. And this one's incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
On 2nd and 10, Hill. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Hill.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, Hill. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there just before halftime.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Hill. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a 1st down there to the tight end.
To throw is Hill. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And Lutz puts this one through.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
So it's halftime here in New Orleans with it. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Out out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 22.
And he'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. On 2nd and 9, Brady.
That's complete to his running back, Evans.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Hill's throw complete there to Johnson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Hill.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans. Rolling along here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10.
Hill now to throw. That is caught by Callaway. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Hill.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and 2.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he gets it down to the 32.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Hill. Smith catches left side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Hill on 1st down. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hill.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
So that one will be accepted. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Hill looks to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints add on to their lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Alonso looked to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. That time a 9-play drive.
And it was Taysom Hill who finished it off with a touchdown.
Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. A time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Brady.
He's going to drop this one down to Bernard.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Fournette, a first down carry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Jenkins on the tackle. A gain of 12.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Fighting through pressure. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
We've been on this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw, it's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. This is caught by Evans. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Brady. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Brady going to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack.
From the gun, Brady. And he's going to go down again. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Brady got to have this one. Airing this one out for Evans. And this one is incomplete. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Saints will have the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Try to run down some clock with Kamara. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A give. This is Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now it's Hill. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that.